A music legend who we know has amassed countless Grammys over his career, Bob Dylan. A new movie about his life has kind of reignited some interest in the singer-songwriter. And tonight, our J.D. Miles shares a rare Bob Dylan album owned by one man who lives right here in North Texas.
Hello, Dave.
Hey, JD, come on in.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us over.
A visit to David Eckstrom's Grand Prairie home
Yeah, follow me. I'll show you.
may not seem that interesting until he takes you into a back room that contains his passion for the past 45 years.
What's this room?
This is my record room.
Not just a record room, but a museum, a time capsule, and a shrine.
How many roads must a man walk down?
To all things Bob Dylan.
You call him a man.
No, I've been a fan of Dylan basically from the late 70s, believe it or not. I went to a record store and discovered 4 or 5, 6, 7 albums of Bob Dylan I'd never even heard before, and that started this whole thing.
Among thousands of vinyl albums, CDs, autographs, and rare cover art, Eckstrom claims to have every piece of recorded music Dylan has ever released, and every piece that's unreleased as well.
I think it's a disease.
His collection includes 2 acetates of a 1964 Bob Dylan live album that were shelved by the artist and his record company before they were mass-produced.
The reason why they didn't is he had began to go electric, and all the songs on this album were acoustic. And they felt like that wasn't going to be an appropriate release.
The acetate is a master vinyl copy of a record. There are only 2 versions of this unreleased Bob Dylan live album known to exist, and Eckstrom has both of them. Eckstrom will only say he spent tens of thousands of dollars to buy them. He also spent a small fortune on what would have been the artwork for the cover. Can we play it?
Sure. Let's see what an unreleased Bob Dylan album sounds like.
I want to sing you one song here, recognizing that there are Goliaths nowadays. Oh, the time will come up when the winds will stop and the breeze will cease to be breathing.
I don't play this very often. I mean, a couple times is all.
A new movie about Dylan's life is introducing the rock and roll legend to a new generation.
And this cover was actually used in the movie.
Eckstrom says celebrities have tried to buy some of his rare records, including one of the most valuable in the world, a Dylan album with 4 extra songs considered controversial at the time that were removed shortly after it was released. One was recently auctioned for more than $100,000. But Eckstrom has no plans to part with his copy.
What do you say to people who think you're crazy for...
That's okay. I agree with them. They're right.
When he's not in his record room, Eckstrom owns and operates Forever Young Records in Grand Prairie. So he's always listening to music. And sometimes it's a one-of-a-kind Bob Dylan album that only his ears can hear.
You can't blame us at all. Who killed Davy Moore?
In Grand Prairie, J.D. Miles, CBS News, Texas.